In this video, I want to show you how to do helical stripes. Helical stripes sounds like something very complex, but in fact, all you're trying to do is stripes like this, where you've got a single round of each color. Now, the actual concept of changing color each round is very straightforward, but what you can run into problems with is where you join or change from one color to another, because you can end up with both a jog where because each round kind of jogs up as you start the next one round, and also the possibility of where you change from one color to another. If it's always in the same position, you'll get a line of twisted yarn where it's going one up from the other. So this method of working them means that both of those problems are eliminated. Normally you do them like this, where you're on stockinette stitch, but I'm showing you on this particular design here them worked in reverse stockinette stitch. The concept is exactly the same, it's just that you're working in purl rather than in knit. Now, to actually get started, you've got your first color, which is going to be the original down here, the grey, and then you start working your pink, which in this case, when you finish one color, you stop and you just start the next round. But then the difference is when you come back next time round, you go and you knit, or in this case purl, all the way up until you reach 3 stitches before the place you changed the color before. So you'll have 3 stitches in the different color. So you're going to stop here, and then you're going to slip those 3 stitches purlwise, and then you leave that yarn there. If it's knit, it's going to be at the back. In this case, we're purling, so it's at the front. I'm going to snug this up. You can see these ones here can often get a little bit loose, so if that's the case, I might give them a little pull, and then I just begin purling with my new color. And that is literally all you do. So I'm going to continue on with my pink, and when I get back over here this time, you'll go 3 stitches before you started pink the last time, so here. Then you'll slip those 3, drop your pink yarn down, pick up the grey yarn, and start working around. So you've always got like one color tagging after the other, and it means that your actual join staggers across. So you never got the problem of a join or yarns crossing over. It's a fantastic method of using when you've got 2 different hand-dyed yarns and you're trying to alternate them on something that's in the round and you don't want it visible. So if you use this method on the body or on sleeves or something like that with hand-dyed yarn, you'll find that you don't get any jog, and you also have a nicely blended color, 2 colors of yarn.